Well, welcome to sunny Thornbury. We're here with Paul, our hopefully happy client, and we're standing in front of his fantastic 1950s austerity style home. And there's a couple of things I really like about this home, and if you have a look, just these beautiful bricks around the windows, the way it hangs together with just a little bit of a flourish with the Art Deco around the front door. But I love the tapestry bricks around the window. I think they're absolutely fantastic. And it's amazing that the character that they were able to get in. Nice high ceilings, beautiful cornicing, and just good feel, but a little bit cold, do you think, Paul?
A little bit fresh. Changed a bit now with double glazing and everything you guys have added on, which is great. But yeah, and just the brick facade, but then weatherboard behind it as well.
Yeah. So that's part of, building materials were scarce in the 50s. So that the houses are a little bit more smaller, but save a bit of cost instead of doing brickwork down the side. Yeah, well, you notice next door's got exactly the same roof line.
Yeah.
And also got the same porch, different windows, and it's brick all the way around. I presume it's brick.
This one's unusual. This one's a little bit unusual that it's one of the few that actually has the brick front but the weatherboard back.
Yeah. But it's certainly just lovely the way it is, and I think the extension and the way the clients have renovated the house is just, it's so lovely.
You know, those cornices, they're different in every room.
Yeah.
They didn't, every room's not the same.
Yeah.
Just the detail.
So at the back of the house, so this is north facing backyard. And once again, I mean, have a look at the great job that Paul's done. He's got the core 10 out, he's gone crazy on the native plants, and it looks absolutely fantastic. Just sets the joint off.
Yeah, first summer in. Torquey pebbles, which are a bit hard to get these days.
And of course, it's got the north-facing kitchen and living area. That lovely window, so when you're inside the house, you're looking out on the garden. Get the morning sun, it's just beautiful.
Yeah, it's perfect because in winter you get the morning sun, but in summer it'll be over the top and you won't get it coming directly in the house.
Yeah. Well, maybe Paul, maybe you could just tell us a little bit about your journey. So when you bought the house, did you buy it with the intention of doing something to it, or?
Yeah, we did, because this house was in its original condition from 1949, early 1950s, to the point where, there's two of us plus a teenage daughter, and we had one bathroom, and it had the original 1 metre square tub in the bottom with a shower, and there was no power in the bathroom at all. And it had the old bar radiator heater on the wall. So the idea was that we would make what was the original bathroom an ensuite, because the master bedroom was next to it. Move the kitchen to this northwest spot, so then it gets all the light, and the light goes through the rest of the house. And then a main bathroom, so daughter and visitors had their own bathroom. And then what was the laundry and water closet has now become a study bedroom, and again, in the north-facing part of the house. So we did a couple of things. We got a few quotes. And one of the things we noticed with you guys is that you specialised in post-war renovations, and also the size of it. This wasn't a large renovation, and a lot of builders to us were uninterested in doing really large renos and putting second stories on. Whereas Supa Group were quite, you looked at the job and said, no, we can do this, single story, no problems. And we liked the fact that it was just, it's just very efficient in terms of the process, but the costing of it as well. And so we sat down in-house with your designer, and then, within a week we had designs back to us, almost working drawings almost, they were that good. And we made a few changes to it, but really it was all over within a couple of weeks. So it was just, very efficient in that sense.
Yeah.
If there were changes to that initial design, you told us it's no more than 4% or something like that. So that's the other part we liked about in terms of our budget, which was tight, is that, there was flexibility there, but it wasn't like, well, we're suddenly going to be charging you 20% more. Everyone in your business came to say hello and thank us for the business, and, and you yourself and the other directors just said, here's our phone number. If you've got an issue, just call us. So we love that, line of responsibility and the fact that you're accountable for what you're doing from the top down.
Yeah.
So that was the other thing that really impressed us, that personal touch, but also the serious side of it. Effectively, we started in November, and the original contract was 7 months. Now that included almost a month off for Christmas and New Year, and then a month for weather, And I can tell you that made very little difference at all, because when we started the job here, particularly the demo and putting the new footings in, it was pouring with rain, but the guys just kept going. So really the weather didn't become an issue at all. And then even Christmas, you know, it was mostly just 2 or 3 weeks, and then trade started coming back in. So in the end, it wasn't a month. So by the time we moved in, which was before Easter, so that was in April, I think we were 83 days ahead of schedule.
So what sort of things came up, and how was it that we went about addressing those issues?
Yeah, I think some of the issues were really related to the fact that you're trying to work on a 1950s home, which is now 75 years old. So there are always going to be things that happen that you weren't quite expecting. So, you know, we removed a bulkhead and a wall in what was our old dining room to make an open plan design.
I think somebody over demolished, didn't they?
I think a couple of the demo guys got a bit excited. But the beauty about that excitement was we actually got more new wall and a better bulkhead, and you didn't come back to us and say, well, now we're going to charge you, you know, another $5,000 more. You said, that's what we're committed to, that's what we want. We want to keep your nice ceiling, we want to keep your nice cornices. So you just got on and made good, repaired the job. So we know there are things you didn't charge us for that you probably could have, which was great. And at the same time, we're a bit flexible with a few things as well. You know, like the external cladding here. You know, we'd had our mind set on bull nose, and you guys came up with this, and we're actually glad you put it up now. I think it just looks a lot better. So yeah, there's always a bit of give and take in these builds.
We've got the beautiful lighthouse door here, original feature. Have a look at that. And the lovely brass handles and a little thing to let people know that you're home or here. And if we go in, we promise we won't bite you. You'll see the beautiful sconces that they put in and picture rails. Let's head in.
Come in.
Entrez-vous. Let's go.
So this was originally a wall, and behind it was the original bathroom,
Right.
the one without the power.
Okay.
So Supa Group, you guys have come through and just made a cutting for a doorway.
Yep.
And then we've now got just a beautiful ensuite.
Floor to tile seals.
Floor to tile ceilings, freestanding bath, you know, freestanding vanity effectively. And of course that magnificent skylight with the Velux sort of opening on it, which is just,
Yep.
I mean,
Makes a
just
big
the
difference.
light. It's huge.
Big difference.
Yeah, but a really good quality, you know, just your tiling and that grouting, I mean, it's millimetre perfect, all of it. And the other thing that you guys came up with, which we really liked, is the fact that you put a cavity slider in. The sconces just work well with the picture rails and the cornices, and, you know, keeping the height of the ceilings as well. That was a real thing for us, keeping the height of the ceilings.
Yeah.
Classic 1950s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Original.
And that's another reason why we got Supa Group in now, because that to us set the framework for the rest of the house. We wanted to keep it period, but still modern.
Yeah.
But they're the little details we left in
Did
here.
you find the mirror?
Yeah, Monica found the mirror with that
peacock
live
mirror.
bird,
Yeah,
and then we've
live
got
bird.
matching sliding doors as well. So.
Fantastic, just of the era. Neat
Yeah,
pic-
of the era,
Yeah.
but it's still a very modern functional extension.
Yeah, the matching fireplace bricks, the chevrons on it.
The chevrons on it, the beautiful tuck pointing and the colour. But
Behind.
yeah, so a little bit of mid-century stuff, but
Yeah.
just with some modern touches really well.
So we head into the dining room.
Yeah, now again, this is sort of where the renovation really began in this part of the house, because there were originally 2 sliding doors here that we removed. And looking through now, you can see all the way to the back fence. There was a wall here, there was no kitchen. This was a separate dining room.
Yep.
So really this is the big hero shot for us, is the fact that the walls come down, we've kept the cornices, we've kept the ceiling, beautiful bulkhead, and now it's just light and beautiful.
Yeah. So we come to the kitchen, and I love this island bench. I'm not always a fan of the island bench, but I like it here, and particularly you might just tell us about this light, Paul.
Yeah, so
Quite
just
something.
a straight out marble slab that we selected ourselves, and the lighting above it is travertine as well, because we thought if we've got a marble bench, island bench, let's have travertine for the light fitting itself. And then blending it in with the oak finish in the kitchen. And also the floorboard. So this was another very big part of the Supa Group work for us, is we wanted to keep the original floorboards, which were Victorian ash, which you can't buy now for obvious reasons because we've stopped felling old growth forests. But we're originally going to have a separation strip between the old floorboards and the new. And you guys were pretty adamant about we don't want to put a separation strip in. So after a lot of hunting, you actually found us 83mm floorboards in Tasmanian oak, which is the same as Victorian ash basically. So not only did you match the timber, you matched the sizing for us. And there's no separation strip.
Yep. And it's good there's no strip, but you can tell that is a different part of the floor, and this is the old floor here and there, but it's fairly seamless for sure. Yeah. And that sun there, it's a cold morning. I wouldn't mind just lying down there and having a bit of a snooze.
Yeah, well, it's fantastic, and you know, all the double glazing and everything and the modern insulation standards these days, it's still nice just to have sunlight and the warmth from it coming into the house.
Right.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah. We've just put our laundry.
I thought it'd be a Thornbury laundry.
A Thornbury laundry, very good now, I like that. But yeah, that's just very efficient use of space. It gives us everything we need.
Yep.
The dryer's hidden in the kitchen, sorry, in the shed.
Right.
Yep. We didn't want a dryer inside the house.
Yep. And the
study? Part of the build. So this was originally, this was the old laundry and bathroom, which was just falling apart. Yeah. And also took up a fair bit of the driveway and wasn't being used. So this part of the house actually got an extension, only of about 2 or 3 metres, but you've kept it full height. Again, old floorboards that actually look new. And this really now has become a home office and a bedroom for guests when they stay. Yep. Yeah, and nice manhole access to the rest of the to the ceiling, which we never used to have. So
what do you call it that?
It's a person hole.
Right. There you go. All right, very good. Thank you. Yes, so in the middle of the house now. So what was this room originally? It's where the kitchen was,
this originally was the kitchen, and it's now become the main bathroom for the house. And again, because it's in the centre of the house and the darkest part of the house, the skylights just made a huge difference. And just the finish of that skylight is just fantastic. It's not the old days where you just had a bit of a bit of acrylic across the ceiling and the light came through it. I mean, that's a proper bulkhead built skylight, and it really is a feature. And even little details like the exhaust fan, it's a very slim line, small, not like the ugly old grill types you get. So it just fits in with the rest of the house. Again, floor to ceiling tiles, and just a beautiful finish in the kitchen, or in the bathroom. But yeah, so guests can use this now, anyone can use this now, and you're not getting anything on trade. And then we've got our ensuite, so it just works well.
Fantastic. Kept the old light switches.
Kept the old light switches, and we have new switches, but we like to keep the old switches in the house because the whole house was rewired too as part of the build. So it's now a lot safer to live here as well, because it still had the old cotton wiring and what else was there? Cotton wiring. There's a couple of other things with the electrical system.
Probably had the original switchboard in it, did it?
It did have the original switch, all the Bakelite and all that sort of stuff. So, standards have changed, and this place has with it, which is good.
Thanks very much. I really appreciate you talking to us today and showing us through your house. And I love what you've done here. And it's not a volume builder square set type of house. It's got a lot of character, and you've done a really great job. I'm really happy you've come to us.
No, terrific.
Good on you, mate.
Thanks, Neil.